By the end of this video, we are going to have trained your brain to enjoy hard things. Are you ready? Let's go. What do I mean by hard things? Hard things happen every day, but I don't necessarily mean those everyday things. I mean those things that you put off. Whether that's writing a really important essay, whether that's studying for an important exam, whether that is trying something new for the first time, going to a different place, or making friends with somebody new. These are all hard things, and these are all things that make us feel nervous. And those nerves can sometimes prevent us from acting, or those nerves can prevent us from acting to the best of our ability, can stop us from getting the best grades, can stop us from reaching out to that person, can stop us from trying something we've always wanted to try but we're really, really scared to. And that can really limit your enjoyment of life, and that can also make you feel a bit miserable. And I don't want you to feel miserable. So together, we are going to train our brains to enjoy doing these hard things. And the first step is to understand that you don't need a perfect outcome, that you don't need to become someone's best friend, that you don't need to be getting 100%. You don't even need to be getting the top grade. You just need to be improving. You want to see progress. And progress over perfection is a mindset shift that you will have heard all of the time, but that is so hard to actually realize. Because making this mindset shift, it reduces pressure and it makes tackling these difficult tasks a lot less daunting. Because if you know that you don't need to be 100% perfect, that you're just looking for progress, that you're just looking to improve upon the previous time that you did this thing, then that takes off some of those nerves, because you know that it's easy to achieve, essentially. It becomes easier to reach what you would call success if success is just progress and if success is not complete perfection. And based on this, you also want to be associating these hard tasks with a reward. Now, a lot of the time it can be really hard to think of the result of doing something as a reward in and of itself, even if it is, because getting a better grade is a reward. But sometimes that's not enough. That's not enough to overcome the nerves, to overcome the fear, and to actually want to do it. You want more of a tangible reward. So whether that comes in the form of actually going out and getting yourself something, purchasing something, or allowing yourself a rest to watch your favorite movie, to bake something, having a genuine reward that you allow yourself when you achieve this certain task, your brain is going to have that sort of dopamine rush upon completion, because you know that you're getting this brilliant, brilliant reward. And because you're going to be able to build this, you're essentially Pavlov dogging yourself. You're basically training your brain into doing these hard things because you know there's going to be a reward. It's like the hard thing is the bell. And you're going to do this hard thing because you know now that there's going to be something good coming afterwards. And there's a bit of a pattern emerging here. I'm sure you can see. The key to becoming sort of fulfilled by doing these hard tasks and actually enjoying them is making them seem easier than they are. And another way to do this is to break down larger tasks into much smaller ones. And I've already sort of touched on this, because let's say you want to improve your grades. You're hovering at about a C at the moment and you want an A star. Okay, so going from a C to an A star is going to feel really, really daunting, because that is a massive jump. So you're going to break it down. You're going to go from a C to a B, then you're going to go from a B to an A, and then an A to an A star. And each of these steps is a lot more manageable than the whole jump itself. And you're going to feel a lot better putting in that extra effort, knowing that actually you're seeing results, that as you're revising, you're going from sort of consistently getting marks equivalent to a C to consistently getting marks equivalent to a B. And if your goal is to get an A star, that's going to feel rubbish, because the B is not an A star. But if your goal in the interim is to get to this B, you're going to feel amazing, because that's what you're achieving. And it's the same process, the same thing is happening, but the outcome and how you feel is wildly different because you're framing it differently. Use this to your advantage. And I like to avoid these annoying cliches of things like build a growth mindset, because it really doesn't say anything. Yes, that's a great thing to have, but how do you get one? Well, it's not quite clear, and it's also not quite clear what that means. So I'm going to do away with all of those things and instead ask you to use visualization. Now that can sound really weird, but actually a lot of top athletes use visualization. They visualize themselves crossing the finish line in first place. And this is a tool that they will get told to do by their coaches, by their mentors, and that's because it genuinely does work. And I'm not talking about, sitting in your bathroom surrounded by candles and chanting a mantra over and over. You can do that if you really wish, but I'm literally talking about sitting there and visualizing yourself getting the grade that you want, and visualizing yourself putting in the effort that is going to take you to that grade. And even the process of sitting there and thinking, oh my gosh, like what am I going to feel like when I have this grade that I want? the sort of personal rewards that I'm going to be getting in the moment when I've accomplished this, that can provide some internal motivation that is going to get you to that point at which you're actually getting these grades. And doing that, having that motivation, is what kickstarts the process of you actually putting in the effort. Of course, then yes, you need to follow up with discipline, you need to be doing it over and over again, but without that first boost of motivation, you're not going to get there in the first place. So by doing this, you're helping yourself enjoy these hard things. Okay, so you know what to do, you just need to put it into practice. And then you're going to start enjoying those hard things and you're going to start seeing the results.